Oh, that's pretty good. Hey, it's Ken for the Information Nation. We're bringing you more stuff. That's right. We're going to bring you more stuff. You know, a lot of times you'll hear me in my videos talking about advocacy and activism. And a lot of people go, well, you know, what can I possibly do? You know, how do I become an activist? How do I get involved? You know, I want to keep my right to vape. How do I get involved? Well, that's what we're going to do. We're going to call this Activism 101, or how to become an advocate for vaping. So why don't we do this? I got a couple of websites up there. You know, I'm always telling you to join Casaa. So I'm going to show you Casaa, and I'm going to show you how to get in touch with your federal representatives, both your senators and your congressmen. And I'll also show you how to get a hold of your state people, too. So let's jump on over and take a look at the websites. All right, let's start with this. This is my website, The Information Nation. And you will find all sorts of articles here. A lot to do with vaping, a lot to do with stuff the government wants to do. But let's go to the links. And you go to the links, and there is your federal, United States Senate, and the United States House of Representatives. So you only have one website to go to, and that would be mine, but you can bookmark all of these if you go there and then just hop on that. But let's look on down. I have links to the Vaping Militia, the Canadian Vaping Association for those of you who live up north, SFATA, that's for businesses, and how for them to join activism, and also Dr. Farsolino's website, and off to the side you can see Casaa. If you click on any of these links, it'll take you right to the site. So let's click on the Casaa link, and there's Casaa. Now, Casaa, I'm going to close these other tabs out, or it's going to get confusing up there. Casaa, this is the one that I've been talking about. This is for vapors. You know, they deal more with vapors than anything else. If you scroll down, and here they have some calls to action, Massachusetts, Minnesota. This is also where your FDA workshop is at regarding e-cigarettes. It's a call to action. I would click on this link, and they'll take you through how to address an issue with your congressman as far as vaping goes. But here's what's really nice. Here they have the local alerts, and here they have call to action by state. So if you click on that, what do you get? You get the call to action by state, and you go down and you choose your state. I currently live in Illinois, and they have up here different areas, like here Naperville proposed a bill that would prohibit vaping where smoking is currently banned. And you scroll down and it tells you here, look at this, they give you contact information, who the mayor is, you know, all their emails, their phone numbers if you want to call them. And this is how you start to become an advocate or an activist, by contacting these people. Now, let's go back to the Casaa website, or go right here. I believe it was California that's been having the problems. And here, this is part of their podcasts about California. Here, Jan Johnson and Alex Clark discussed legislative and advocacy-related matters of current interest to Casaa members and THR, Tobacco Harm Reduction Advocates. And you go back down. Here's some more. Riverbank, California. Alert notice of hearing Tuesday, April 14th at 6 p.m. Ordinance that would allow establishment of vapor lounges. Some conditions apply. They give you a wealth of information. You don't have to hunt all over the internet and be Googling this and Googling that. This is why I tell you, join Casaa. Because what Casaa does, they send me alerts on my cell phone and in my email of different things that are coming up. And it's well worth it. I mean, I get it on my email. I get it in my my Google Plus. So I have plenty of information as far as it goes with Casaa. So we can go here. Let's close this one out. And this is their homepage. This is the one call to action on the FDA, which is currently considering. And this is what I was telling you. FDA call to action, submit comments on FDA's second workshop regarding e-cigarettes. And they take you down here. There are 3 parts to this call to action. If you want to do a fairly quick and simple but useful comment, follow the instructions of Part A, simple submission, then skip down to Part C, submission instructions, and you're done. They can't make it any simpler for you. And they have YouTube and Blogger, Google+, Twitter, Facebook. You can always go there and get information there. So anyhow, that's Casaa. Okay? Now, let's follow that up. Casaa. The Vaping Militia. Vaping Militia does similar stuff. They have a membership if you want to join. They have a radio show where you can go and you can listen to them talking about vaping. It's Friday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time, 10 o'clock Central time. They have alerts. Casaa submission. See, they're in there with Casaa. And they have all sorts of other things, different vendors, advocacy map, partnered advocacy. So you can go right to their website here, Vaping Militia Radio. And there it is, their live shows. So you can go right on there, click on it. They have a chat room that appears from Chat and Go. And you can listen to their audio show. And they'll give you information, just like Dimitri does. Then you have the Canadian Vaping Association. And they have the same thing. CVA's position on electronic cigarette regulations. Canadian health officials have valid concerns, but you go and read down through the article. There's your call to action. This is for the Canadian people up in Canada, or Canadistan, as a friend of mine likes to call it. And they have membership information and how to contact them at the Canadian Vaping Association, their locations, facts, and science. So here you have clinical research, lab reports, scientific opinions. So you can read up on all of this stuff. Bring yourself up to date. Let's go a little farther. SFATA. SFATA is for businesses. And this is for your local vape shop, and you should tell them to join SFATA. They have a newsletter, they have support, and it's the largest trade, as the largest and leading trade association in the vapor e-cigarette industry, we are committed to its continued growth and expansion. We represent the interests of the non-tobacco supply chain, including manufacturers, online retailers, brick-and-mortar vape shops, distributors, importers, and wholesalers. And they give you a whole darn thing. And they talk about advocacy and up-and-coming events. Here's the NATO show in Paris Hotel. Well, you can click on it and see where the events are at. They have their principles, their advocacy. It's worthwhile when you go, read up a little bit on SFATA and talk to your local vape shops. Find out if they are involved with SFATA. If they are not, go somewhere else because they're not going to be in business too long. They're waiting for somebody else to do the work for them. Dr. Farsalinos. We can go to his website. Everybody in the vaping industry, if you've been vaping for a while and following this stuff, you know about Dr. Farsalinos. He does a great job on his research. He has articles up here, research articles, news articles. Like here, California Department of Public Health gone over the line with e-cigarette, wasting taxpayers' money to endanger public health. Here's another article. Norwegian Institute of Public Health must immediately retract false statements about passive e-cigarette exposure. This is what we're fighting. We're fighting liars. They want to tax it. They want to take it away from you. So I was saying, well, how do I get in touch with my people? You said you were going to show me. So I'm going to show you. You go to the top of the page here. It says United States Senate. You click on that. What do you got? There's the United States Senate. So let's see. Let's choose a state. I'm from Illinois. There's my two senators, Mark Kirk and Tricky Dicky Durbin. I like Tricky Dicky. So let's look at Mark Kirk's site. The heck with Tricky Dicky, because I know what you get. I click on it. Boom. There's Mark Kirk, senator for Illinois. And there's the contact. So I can contact him. Excuse me. I click on contact. Okay. Let's see. Comment on legislation. That's the one I want right there. Please use the following form to contact me with your comments on federal policy or pending legislation. Then it goes down and it asks for your name, your address, all the rest of it, because he wants to make sure. In the subject line, what I recommend is if they've got a Senate bill that they're looking at, because, a lot of times you'll get two different types of bills. You get an HB, which is a House bill, and you get an SB, which is a Senate bill. So if it's a Senate bill, you type in there SB and whatever the bill is. And at the end of that, and this works for anything, not just vaping. You could put support HB such and such, or reject or do not support SB such and such, and then put your message in there. But the message that you're sending them. Now, here's the thing. It's important. Take your time, open up a Word document or whatever you people with Macs use, write it out, and then cut and paste. And then down at the bottom, submit. You're done. You've done your advocacy. So if it takes you 15 minutes to get your head together as exactly how you want to word it and you type the whole thing out, what's the rest of the time take? A couple of minutes? You go back here, here's the House of Representatives. There's a directory. If you know who, what they're, and it goes by state again. So let's go to Illinois. I go to Illinois. I come down here. And I happen to know that my representative is Randy Hulgren. I click on that. Bingo, right to his site. And right down there, what's it say? Email Randy. We click on it. And what do we get? One-step zip authorization. So I put my zip code in there, my number 4 extension. I go to the next step, and it's all on their name, address, all that blah, 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 BS. But the same basic thing. I can put in what I want at a state level or at the federal level. If it's a House bill, I put on there, please support House Bill such and such, or please oppose, or whatever it is, House Bill such and such. So, okay. Now that I've shown you how to do all of this other stuff, we're going to talk about getting a hold of your state representatives or state legislators. So you could just type in at the top, because I've got whatever it is. So you go STAT, state legislators, ILLNOIS, bingo. Look at that, Illinois General Assembly featured legislation laws, so it'll tell me what the laws are. And I can probably, there it is, the House, the Senate. So let's click on that and see what we get. There it is, House members, Senate members. Let me go to the Senate members. Pamela Althoff happens to be my state senator, not federal, but state of Illinois. So I can click on that, and look at that. It gives me all of this good stuff. Now, each state is different. Each state is totally different. Jack Franks happens to be my representative. there's all the contact information, and there's his email right there, jack@jackfranks.org. And didn't seem to have one on here for Senator Althoff, but that's okay. But like I say, if you happen to, there he is, Jack Franks. So all I have to do is cut and paste that into my email thing, put the whole thing together, tell them to oppose or, vote for or reject. It's not that difficult, people. It's not that difficult. And I've got the links right here on my website, The Information Nation. It's theinformationnation.com. So when you go to the home page, you just find the links on the top. Click on links, and there they are right there. That's what I wanted to tell you. I just wanted to get that across to you. Let us get back to some FaceTime for a little bit, and then we'll close. Besides, I needed a vape. But anyhow, let me do a little something here. That's better. Anyhow, that's the way it goes. It's not that difficult. A lot of people think, I got to take time off of work, and I got to march on this, and I got to run around here, and I got to run around there. Hey, a lot of times, if you're going to if there's a rally going on and it's close to you, I would recommend that you go. We got people, you're driving down the highway, you see them up on the bridges. What can I tell you? They're out there protesting. But they're doing it in a peaceful manner. To get into a congressman or a senator's face and start screaming and hollering isn't going to do you any good. It's not going to do any of us any good. But if you take your time, formulate your thoughts, send them a nice email. Believe me, they've got staff there that count how many people want to accept or reject something. You've got to do it if you want to save your ability to vape and not be paying massive amounts of taxes. But then again, that's just my opinion. Hey, this has been Ken for the Information Nation, bringing you more stuff. Hey, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends on Facebook, Google+. And remember, in the meantime, in between time, ain't we got fun? Hey, have a great day.